Okay, so you guys, please watch this video.
Dude, I hate when people are like, oh, well, what if your wife doesn't want to go to church with you? Or what if your wife doesn't want to have kids? Well, obviously she would not be my wife if we did not share the same beliefs, morals.
Yes. Yes. How did you people get to that point? Have you ever seen some people and then you ask yourself, how did these people get to this point? That date you people used to go on, what are you people discussing there? If me and your mom and $10 million is inside, you will never see 2K. Which one will you say first? Then the other one will now reply, hey, my turn. Between 100 men and one gorilla, which one do you think is? Let me tell you, there are many challenges that are waiting for couple people in front. But to division in fundamental belief should not be one of them. You are talking with somebody, they told you that their last relationship, it was open. Excuse me, open as in how? You people don't used to rock your door. Instead of you to say, wait, drop me here. You are still there smiling like a he-goat. So
I had a very interesting conversation with some friends, and it was basically something similar to this topic, something around this corner. We were playing a game, and then the question was, what would you do if you had 6 months left to live? And so we were just giving our funny responses. One of the responses was, someone said she was going to rob a bank and then use the money to travel the world because she has 6 months to live anyways, and stuff like that. And then, if she goes to prison, the highest sentence she can get is 6 months in prison because obviously she's going to die. But yeah, we were having really funny responses. And, what I said was, if I had 6 months left to live, I would get married. I was like, I would get married and I would have a child. Like I would have a kid, right? And someone said, oh, you can't have a kid. You only have 6 months left. So I'm like, oh, that's true. Because it takes 9 months, obviously, to birth the child, And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do the whole artificial, putting your egg and someone's sperm together. I've forgotten what it's called. I think artificial insemination or in vitro fertilization. One of those things, those science things. That's what I was going to do. Then someone said, who's going to raise your child? I'm like, the partner that I got married to have the child. And immediately, all of them said, oh, how can you do that? Like, how are you sure your partner is going to take care of your child? He's going to totally change after you're dead. He's going to marry a new person. How are you sure, your child is going to be well taken care of? And it just like, I was just really shocked. It's something that really shocked me because I'm like, why would I even be with a partner in the first place that I'm not sure can take care of my child, whether I'm there or not? Like, even if I wasn't going to die, like let's say I was sick or something, let's say I became, terminally ill, or I became sick or something, like, or maybe I had to go and work somewhere else for like 2 to 3 years or something. I don't know, like why would I be with a partner that I don't believe can take care of my child in my absence? Take care of our child. It's not even my child. Our child in my absence, right? Like, so the question really struck me. And then, I was like, oh, I really trust my partner's judgment. Like, I trust my partner to be able to take care of my child. And they're like, no, this world is a very, it's not the kindest of the world and stuff like that. I believe that, what you think about is what you attract, right? So I know that if I'm able to think this way, that, I think the reason, I don't know, just looking at it, I'm trying to look at the underlying factor, right? I feel like if I'm to put myself in, if it was the other way around and my partner, had 6 months to live and we had a kid, I'm obviously going to take care of the child. Whoever I get married to has to agree to treat the child like it's their own. Literally, you're getting married to me. My child is me. I am my child. You're getting married to us, right? So you have to take care of us. You have to so I'm like, I put myself in that situation. So if it's the other way around, my partner is going to be able to, whoever I got married to, I would trust, I trust that the person is going to be able to take care of, and even if the person gets married to a new person, like to a new woman, I trust my partner's judgment that he wouldn't get married to someone who would not take care of the child or who would not see the child as their own child. Why would he even get married to someone who doesn't want the child, who is not going to take care of the child, right? So it's kind of like, I was like, and I said, I kept saying, oh, I trust my partner's judgment, and they're like, no, this world is not as kind as you're seeing it. So I was actually trying to understand the underlying, I was trying to peel back the layers, and I found that, okay, it's the fact that the reason why I can believe that is because I am that kind of person, right? If I can believe that as a person, then there's no reason for me to believe that there's nobody in the world who thinks the same way that I think. Do you get? Because I can think that way, I have then I can trust that there are other people out there in the world who can think the same way, or who think along the same lines, or who have the same thoughts that I do, who have like the same thought frequency as I do. Do you get? I think that's why I can believe that, this can happen, that someone can take care of my child as if it's their child, even if I'm not there. And that's also why I can believe that, that my partner has good judgment. Whoever he's going to choose to get married to or decide to get remarried to is going to choose someone who is going to take care of our child in a loving way. So, I don't get why, basically, I couldn't understand why you would be with someone that you don't like. Because if you're in a relationship with someone, you should have thought of the worst of the worst of the worst case scenario, right? These are literally things you should be talking about, like, together. If, let's say on your wedding day, something tragic happens, like, or let's say, something you don't expect, how are you guys going to work through it? Like, is your partner someone who's going to just leave you? And like, why would you even be with such a person? Do you get? So, it was just a very, very interesting scenario for me that happened. So I just, I was like, no, I had to like talk about this. Do you guys understand where I'm coming from? And like, what do you think about that? Like, it's very interesting. So I like to hear what other people think. Like, I'm not judging, obviously, but like, I just like to see that, okay, people have different thoughts concerning like different things, different like aspects of lives. And it's just interesting hearing, the different places that people are coming from. But I think that's very funny that, you would agree to be with someone, be in a relationship with someone who you don't trust their judgments, who you don't trust that, if you guys have a child tomorrow and you die after 6 months, they're not going to be able to take care of your child. Because it's not your child, it's both of you's child. The child belongs to both of you. So why would you even, get married to someone in the first place where you can't have that trust with them, right? Where you don't trust their judgment. I found it very funny and I just thought to share. So see you guys next time. See you guys, whatever that content is. Bye.